Well, it is truly an honor to be on this stage, in this room, with this company. Mr. President, you've been a longtime friend of mine. I will never forget visiting the White House after my first Tour de France victory in 1999, and we were told that we had 7 minutes with the President. The President's busy. So we walked out, I gave the President a bike, I gave him a helmet, and we were in the Rose Garden, and I stopped and I said, wow, look at that magnolia tree over there. That 7-minute visit turned into a 47-minute visit because of the magnolia tree. I happen to be a real fan of magnolia trees, and I come to find out that so is the President. So thank you. Thank you for being a friend and for allowing us to be here to talk about this critical issue. Mayor Bloomberg, thank you for having us in your city. As always, we love it here. As the President said, this disease takes 8 million people around the world every year, 22,000 people a day. If you look at it, just looking at the stats, that is more than AIDS, tuberculosis, and malaria combined. This must be a global health priority. It is the reason that we are here today. There is much we can do. There's a man just up the street from here in Harlem by the name of Dr. Harold Freeman. And Dr. Freeman taught me a very important thing a couple of years ago just by running the Cancer Center in Harlem. As he walked the halls and he looked at the underserved and the uninsured and underinsured populations, he said, Lance, you see these people, he says, we have the information and the technology and the medicine to save their lives, but we do not apply it in the United States of America. And as long as we do that, that's a moral and an ethical failure. The same goes true for Africa. The same goes true for South America. We have the medicine. We have the procedures. We have the technology to save lives in all of these continents. Africa, for example. While we're there working on so many other critical and important issues that will change the lives and change the face of a generation forever, the #1 killer of young women in the continent of Africa is cervical cancer. With the HPV vaccine, we could save nearly 100% of these young ladies' lives. And so us as Americans, or us as in an international community, if we are not doing that, if we are not applying the medicine that we have to the people that need it the most, then we are failing morally and ethically. That must change, and that is the reason for the LiveStrong Global Awareness Campaign that we will launch beginning today. As some of you may or may not know, I've decided to race my bicycle again. It's not very often that somebody gets a chance to spend 3 or 4 years away from something, step back, and then say to themselves, I sort of miss that. I'd like to go back and do that again. But I've had that opportunity, and with this campaign, we feel that by racing the bicycle all over the world, beginning in Australia, ending in France, at the Global Summit, it is the best way to promote this initiative. It's the best way to get the word out. I was just backstage speaking with my good friend Bono. There's no difference. When Bono goes to play a concert in Buenos Aires, he talks about his issue. When he plays a concert in New York City, he talks about critical issues. This is a campaign. This is a campaign to spread the word, create awareness, and ultimately, and hopefully, save lives. Partnerships here are critical. We know that we cannot do this alone. We know that President Clinton's foundation cannot do this alone. We have to partner with other NGOs, like we've done here in the United States. We have to partner with corporations. We've been longtime partners with Nike, for example, who created the LiveStrong collection that donates 100% of the proceeds to this fight, 100%. They do not make a dime off the sale of those goods in order to fight cancer. We also have to work with governments. I know Mary Robinson's here. I got to meet Mary earlier. She governed a smoke-free Ireland. We know that that works. She was instrumental in signing the World Cancer Declaration and making sure that it's a constant reminder out there. So I look forward to 2009. I look forward to racing again. I cannot guarantee an 8th Tour victory, but I can guarantee you that the LiveStrong message will touch all aspects of our society, all continents of our society, and certainly touch on all the different diseases and facets of cancer that need the attention. So thank you, And finally, it's my honor to introduce another good friend of mine, the mayor of this great city, Mayor Michael Bloomberg.